Yo! Welcome back to a brand new movie review. Today's movie is Transformers 1. It's been about 2 weeks since I did a movie review, and I watched this about, I don't know, a couple days ago, and I felt like making a movie review. This movie, had horrible trailers. If you watched the trailers and thought that it wasn't going to be good, yeah, I'm in the same boat as you were. I would say that you should watch this with no spoilers just because the trailer basically gave absolutely nothing about the actual story and only made it look like a literal, toddler movie. But it is a very, very good movie. Whoever made the trailer for this movie should feel ashamed, genuinely. Let's go ahead and just go through the general everything about this. Our protagonists are Orion Pax, which ends up becoming, Optimus. We got, I cannot remember what Bumblebee's name is before. And then we got Arcee, who becomes Arcee, obviously. And then we have D6, whatever. And he is, he becomes Megatron. We also have the main villain, which is Sentinel Prime. He ends up being the main villain later in the movie. And that's basically all the characters we really need to know as of right now. I think that Orion Pax and I'm just going to call them who they become. Optimus and Megatron's relationship is absolutely amazing. This is one of the only, one of the only Transformers movies that actually takes place on Cybertron. We get some lore about Primus and everything like that, its creation, and all of that. All of the, basically the god of Cybertron. He is Cybertron, actually. But, all of that stuff. We get some good Transformers lore and everything. All of the main characters have really good voice acting. Did not think I would like any of the newer voice actors just because it seems like they did what every animated movie nowadays does and just did big name actors that aren't really voice actors. But they all did a pretty good job. I think that they all did a pretty good job, especially at the very end where they actually become their characters, themselves. And I think it's all pretty good. This movie is a, MacGuffin story where you basically just go in search of, the MacGuffin, and that MacGuffin is the Allspark? Yeah, the Allspark, I'm pretty sure is what it is, or the Prime Spark, something like that. And basically they eventually go out of the Cybertronian city and onto the surface land, and then figure out that Sentinel Prime isn't even a Prime. He lied about it. He killed all the Primes and teamed up with their biggest enemy, and then killed all of them. One Prime survived, and he basically gives them their spark. I mean, they all have sparks, which is what makes them, but he gives them their transformation cogs, I'm pretty sure is what they were called, and now they can turn into vehicles and such. And Sentinel Prime had been taking them out of the Transformers that he wanted to be poor and everything like that, and just be miners, just, worker ants, basically. And he had been taking them out of them at birth, or creation, I guess. And so yeah, they figure out that Sentinel is the bad guy and everything, and then they go after him. Megatron is all for killing him, and Optimus is not, is the main, just the main thing that's going wrong with the ending. And I honestly think that the ending kind of is dragged down by that, because Optimus literally ripped apart a enemy, right in half just a second before this happens. And then Megatron, tries to shoot him, and Optimus comes out and is like, hey, we can't start a new Cybertron like that with a murder. And Megatron just shoots him and accidentally shoots Orion, who, ends up falling down into a hole, and the Earth, or Cybertron, opens up, and he gets to Primus. And as he's falling, Megatron rips Sentinel Prime in half, which I was like, okay, Optimus did that just a second ago. Why would he be against him killing Sentinel at this point? Because Sentinel is a bad person who lied to them their entire lives and literally became a king. He's a bad guy. He's a monarch who only cares about himself. He's the worst. And then, I don't know, that confused me a little bit because they were best friends up until that point. I think Megatron's turn to evil is kind of too soon. but I get it. The movie had to have a normal runtime, so they couldn't really build onto it that much, but I thought it was a little bit of a quick turn to evil, but it's fine. It was still fairly well done. But Megatron ends up taking Megatronus's whatever it's called, spark. Not really a spark, it's just their cog, the transformation cog. And then Optimus falls down and ends up going to Primus himself, who tells him that he is now Optimus Prime and he's reborn. And that's it. He comes back up, he fights Megatron a little bit, and then exiles him and all of the old court for Sentinel that had betrayed Sentinel, or, just ran away and been attacking him every once in a while. And that's one thing I do not like about this. I don't think Starscream's voice is very Starscream-like in this, even after Megatron strangles him and then his voice box is like broken and he's crackly now. But I did enjoy how he got his little raspy voice. I thought that was a cool detail that they added, where Megatron actually just almost strangled them to death. That was cool. But yeah, he kicks them all out, and Optimus is literally just like, hey, it didn't have to be like this, man. And Megatron has a little wussy fit and just runs away, and all of them run away. And then, yeah, and then it ends with Optimus raising up the, I think it's, the spark of Prime or something? Man, I cannot remember. The Prime Spark, something like that. He lifts it up, and then all of the Energon starts flowing again throughout Cybertron. I like that ending. I think it's really good. And I think that all of them getting their cog, if they do a sequel, everyone with their cogs and everything would be awesome. I think that if they do a sequel, we should get the War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron and all that, like the video games and stuff. But yeah, this movie was an awesome prequel type of thing where we actually get the lore of Cybertron and everything. It is a really good movie for kids to watch, and it was a extremely good movie even for adults. This is just in a movie that much like most Transformer media is perfect for literally anyone. If you're a Transformers fan, you're gonna love this. Please do not let the trailers ruin your thoughts on this movie before you even give it a chance, because it is really good. And I think that Chris Hemsworth actually did a really good job with Optimus's voice at the very end, whenever he's doing his little monologue and everything. But yeah, this movie, really cool prequel, really cool to see a movie set on Cybertron. It was just really fun and really cool, and I honestly cannot wait to see more in this world if they do a sequel or anything. But it's also one of those things where if they don't do a sequel, that's fine, because this is an amazing movie just on its own. But yeah, I love Transformers. If you want to see more Transformers stuff, like and subscribe and tell me that you want to, and I'll come up with a video for Transformers. I actually dig the Transformers world, and I've grown up with Transformers like literally my entire life. But yeah, this movie, definitely a solid 8.5 out of 10. Tell me what you think about this movie, and whether the trailer ruined it for you and you're probably not going to watch it because of it. Couldn't blame you, because whoever made that trailer, like I said, should be ashamed of themselves. But yeah, this was an amazing movie. Please check it out, even if you're not a Transformers fan. Yeah. Tell me if you are a Transformers fan. And, as always, see ya!